So, hello again, fellas. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play of Kingdom Come Deliverance Part 2. This is the third episode, and last time we buried this dude who died last night here, and we were going to go pick up a few flowers for our friend. Because apparently, the medicine that he needs in order to wake up from his coma is those flowers. So,
Damn, his shoulder still hurts like hell. It'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
So far, I gotta say, I really love the visuals. I mean, it's not the best thing that I've seen, but it is beautiful. As you know, I have cranked up the settings to Ultimate, and this is as good as this game can look, I guess. And it is good. I think it's pretty decent. There are a lot of mechanics into the gameplay. It's very complex. I hope it doesn't become too much. But hey, we're just in the beginning. So, alright, I have two different markers and each one of them represents a different kind of flower. Let's go and see if I can find them. One of them has to have purple petals and the other one white with yellow center. Let's keep going. See what we can find.
I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to Sir Hans.
I'm not wandering around. Okay, I guess I'm inside of this search zone. It's not saying anything, but what's this? This sage, okay. This is one of those flowers.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
Good. The other one should be white with yellow something. Is it this one? No, that was not it. Okay. Let's keep looking. White flowers, white flowers. Ah, it should be this one.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got
Okay.
all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double.
More
Sooner
sage.
Hans gets that
and
remedy,
this one.
the better.
Sure. Okay, let's go back. You know, my experience from games like Witcher or Far Cry or other games that tell you to pick up herbs and flowers is that you should probably try to pick as many as you can usually, because you'll never know if you need them for another potion or crafting material or something else. I'm not sure how much inventory
What's that
they
dog making
will.
such a fuss about?
What's happening?
Could something have happened at Bajena's?
Something's going on. Just remember, not all sticky situations have to be solved through violence. Sometimes enemies can be responsible. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, try to pick up everything.
What do you know about?
Okay,
We're from Lord von Bergov. Hey, you! What do
Hello?
you want? Come.
let's talk.
Lord von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights company down by the pond yesterday. A
Oh, that was
couple
me.
of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
Okay, time to lie. We're messengers and we're ambushed. You don't look like one Bergov's man. So if I go with this one, I think they're just going to start attacking me. So of course I'm gonna go with the first
I'm
one.
Henry of Skalitz. I'm accompanying Sir Hans Capon on a mission to deliver an important letter to Lord von Bergov. We were the ones who were ambushed yesterday by the pond. And Sir Hans isn't fit to travel now. Please report to Trotsky that we'll come as soon as we can. And have them send us horses and some clothing. And an escort would be good too.
Kind of think like these
Shit,
guys
how
abandoned
about
them.
that? I didn't expect you to fall for it so easily. We're
Damn
not
it.
von Bergov's men, and we'll deal with him later. Like we did with you yesterday by the pond. But that's
Okay.
the least of your worries now.
Guess
We'll
I have
take
to
your
fight
Sir
them.
Hans with us. But we've no need of you. Farewell, Henry of Skalitz.
Hey,
This'll be quick, boy.
What are you?
Wait.
This'll be quick, boy.
Alright. You're good. They don't have any stamina. You. One for you. Come at me. Not as good as the other guy. That was it? Now you're running away? Come here. I cannot kill him?
No! I don't want to die!
Okay. That did not go as I expected, but that was easy.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Let's tell her the truth.
Well,
I'm a naive guy.
to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanush of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well,
Finally,
you sound sincere. So
I
I'll
actually
take your
did
word
something
for it.
right.
I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken. But thank you for dealing with them.
My
Sure.
pleasure.
No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Sure, here you are.
Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But
Who is
you
this
can do
Pavlena?
it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Sure. Yeah,
All right,
teach me.
I'll try.
Let's say I don't know how.
I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Okay. Brew a healing potion. And I did suffer some injuries, so let's try eating some of the stuff that I've got. I've got an apple here. Let's eat and see what will happen. You're not wearing a pouch. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna eat it. Okay. Now what happened to that? Didn't change my health. For my health, should I use bandages now? But I'm not bleeding, so yeah, you're right. This will give me very little amount of health, actually, just 2 health, 2 nourishment. It's not all that much, but let's try it anyways, I guess. How do you do that? Okay, let's eat one more time to see. It didn't change my health at all, just a little bit of nourishment, and that was very little, by the way. Let's get back into the hut, and do we have it? Yeah, we do. No, just want to eat a little. Okay, that was so much better for nourishment, but still no health is back. I am not sure how to do that at this point. Okay, let's get in. I'm glad I had that hunter's knife with me. It's pretty good.
First, go to the recipe book.
Okay,
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Okay, so chamomile first. The second one is that I have to boil it for 1 turn. Then I should grind the sage and then add it to the whatever that is, that cauldron, and then finally
If
pour.
you've read the recipe, get
So
back to
start
the
with
bench.
that. Boil it for 1 turn, then grind that one, and then add it. Okay, let's get back to the table. Yeah.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
I am going to need, according to the recipe, I'm gonna need, what do I need for that? Let's go back. Need, you will need wine, 2 handfuls of that. Okay, so I'm gonna need wine. Alright, let's go back, back to the table. There is the wine. Let's pour some of it.
What's taking you so long, lad?
No, I'm
You've
just
got
thinking
the
for the
pictures there on the
people
shelf.
who don't know how to
What
speak
did you
English or
pour in
read
there?
English.
Wine, of course.
It's not going to be very
Like it
fun
says in
for
the
them.
book.
Glad to hear it. Now try
Okay.
moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Okay, how do I move it? This is how.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning
Sure.
it with the bellows to get it boiling.
I did a few
It's
times.
boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Sure.
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them
Okay.
there on the
Gonna
shelf,
need this
so you've got them at hand.
and this. Confirmed.
All right. Let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Okay. Handful into the cauldron. 1 more into the cauldron.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand
Jesus
counts.
Christ. This is
See?
really hard.
When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Okay.
All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Sure. Every time that I want to brew potions, this is the thing that I've got to do. There's no wonder this game takes more than like
Have you
50 or 60
ground it?
hours to finish.
Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron.
Here you go.
Don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Decanted potions can be finished by decanting. Can the potion take a phial from the shelf? It's a phial. Select the cauldron by holding E.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Let's hope it's actually good. Yeah, it is good. Damn it, that was hard. Wow, this was the most complicated potion brewing segment I've ever had in a video game. And here I thought Vitra was complicated.
Here it is.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Okay, I will do that. Get rid of fatigue by sleeping in bed. Your health regenerates while you sleep. Okay, so I guess that's the way to get back my health. Alright, let's sleep and save. Okay, I get to choose how long I sleep. Now it's 5. The more I do this, okay, after about 5 hours my health will be full, and after 9 hours I will get the full sleep. But there's that food over there, I'm not sure what it does exactly. Okay, I'm gonna sleep for 8 hours, that's what health is, but I'm gonna wake up at 1 AM in the morning. Okay, anyways, let's do this. Why not? We're gonna wake up at 1 AM. I think they have tried their best to make this game as realistic as possible, and this has made it super duper complicated.
This will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
It's interesting that the flashbacks of the previous game all come to me with a feverish nightmare.
Where's my fucking sword?
Very
You know
creative.
I think I'll keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
This is Pavela.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
She's a fine lass, if I may say so. Isn't she the girl they were going to rape? I don't know.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
Pavlena.
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma
What was
knows
he
what
doing?
she's doing. And that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows. And it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah. That sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Well, I guess he is better than yesterday.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Beautiful maiden, definitely wasn't that. It was just a dream. My father's sword. I think that was the sword, if I'm not mistaken.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. And it might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After
So
all,
she's a sleep reader
a sword
too.
has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
So philosophical for someone who lives in the middle of nowhere. But you know, you've been nice to me, so I'm gonna be nice to you.
Thanks,
What
Pavlina.
the hell?
I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table.
That I'll agree with.
And I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Okay, my health is back. My hunger, I think that was the hunger. That thing that there. Okay. I didn't read that note on my left. Why is he looking this way? Let's eat. Okay, the stamina is back. Not completely full, but back. Oh, no, it is completely full. Okay, so your hunger directly affects your stamina level as well. Good to know. But I'm also happy that everything is back to full. It's locked. I'm not going to do that. You're a guest here after all. These things were here before. Let's pick some up. Where are they?
Look who's
Hello,
finally
fellows.
up! Henry! Come and join us!
Sure. That's what I intend to do. How do I sit?
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And
It's
I'm grateful
really
to
good.
you too, Henry.
Completely
Roger
back to
told me
health.
what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time.
You really should.
What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
I'm a kind of guy who doesn't talk that much. I'm gonna go with the second one.
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
Who are they? Brutal cutthroats, mercenaries from Hungary. Go
They
with
come
this
from
one.
somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. But what could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the
Nice.
thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've
Finally.
finally learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanosh as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Okay, this time I'm gonna go with the longer story.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat! He got shot in the backside!
The
My upper thigh, actually.
Oh, that's the
Backside
ass.
it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
No pun intended.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself.
Oh,
But I reckon
she
you
was
paid off
probing.
part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, I want to ask that question.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falcon and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail, whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favor you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Sheliov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Thank you, kind lady.
Shannon, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes,
Oh.
of course.
Sure.
And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger, or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see.
Interesting.
It's
What
not
does
all
it do?
that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana.
Thanks
This'll
for the
come in
recipe.
handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
As
How's it
complicated as it was, I actually enjoyed
Very
brewing
glad
the
we met
potion. And
We're
I'm
obliged
looking
to
forward
you
to
for your
doing it
help
again.
and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
Such
As
nice
Henry
Christians.
said, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Hopefully. Can I pick up this bread?
Sorry for coming late, Ma.
Thank you.
I got held up in Troskovitz.
And this bacon too.
Of all places.
Thank you.
And it's not the first time.
I'm a little bit hungry usually, so yeah, don't be so sad. Okay, I want to pick this up and I want to check how it stacks up against my other thing. So in terms of damage, they're almost the same. The work X is a little bit better. This one has more durability and it is not heavy at all. And it is worth much more too. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Goodbye. Yeah, I was just curious, I wanted to know. Because, you know, I'd seen it earlier and I wanted to know what to do with it. Alright, Sir Hans. Let's see what we should do.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Oh, couldn't agree with you more. You have to go back for March, Pawn. What about the rest of our company? It's a good question.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
What about Mott?
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us.
Is
We
it
can't just
exactly what I
abandon
said?
him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, on Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
Come on.
Right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect
Wouldn't
no
that be
less of
late?
you.
I think I'm going
So-
to get him back.
Should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
So, I know it sounds strange, but
I know
let's
how
do
it
this.
sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but
Please
that's
don't tell me.
nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you.
Come
and
on.
your sword.
My
too.
sword, my dog, my
But I don't
revenge.
think either of them
You're
are
not gonna
around.
let me have
But I
anything
see you
here?
haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Okay, I guess. You're the boss. Oh, such a kind lady. She's a typical grandmother. What a cozy little view here. You know, you just forget what kind of nightmare these guys just went through. Thanks for the pants too. Oh, finally. Seems like the game is about to start from here. And I kind of doubt the tutorial has ended. I'm sure there are so many other things the game has to teach me yet. But it's kind of good to see that it is starting. I think with so many mechanics that this game has, it only befits it to start this intro after only more than 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Well, that sounds about right. You know, when you play a lot of games, you can't help but compare things with each other, and it's been long since I played Witcher 3, but something tells me that this game is going to satisfy many of those checkboxes that I have for this type of games. These guys are quite simpletons. And that was the castle.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Well, it's the morning. They said they would let us in the morning. And how are they going to believe that this is us without the leather and the armor and the shields and stuff?
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
Have they gone to a party or something?
Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
They are not going to be friendly to us. Unless there's that guy who actually saw us before. Oh my god.
Shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't!
Sons of bitches.
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about?
Who's this guy?
Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy!
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company
Oh.
was also ambushed by
Something's
outlaws.
fishy here.
The
This
captain
guy's
barely
behind it.
escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you.
Go fuck
Be
yourself.
gone!
Maybe you'll have our revenge, you know?
Getting in, whether you like it or not. Your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Okay, this is not how I imagine it would go.
What the fuck was that?
Now you
Now
better go
what?
wash yourself again.
There's only one thing we can do.
Sneak in? What are we going to do? Go back to the village and worship. Aw, they climbed back all the way down.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're gonna need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
I like the writing on this. These guys knew what they were doing.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Oh, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Well, we have to wash and change. We have to get our letter back. You can always go back. We have to get the letter back. And we do have to wash and change. Okay, let's start with the first one.
First thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well. Except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
We'll go back to Ratai. We can't go back. We'll earn some coin then. Of
So
course.
we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
True. He won't. You're right.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
So what is your
Give up?
suggestion?
We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell
Oh,
you four
so
reasons why.
pessimistic.
Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead
Okay.
of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Let's go back and bury them. We don't have anything else to do.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes Fortuna Juvat.
Ardentes Fortuna Juvat.
Sure.
Dude, about bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Better than nothing, I guess. That girl over there. Isn't she the one? Yeah, this is the one who escaped
What is it?
the rape.
It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
What were that witch? Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
All right.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
That must be me.
Stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Doesn't half taste good today.
Okay, so gonna go wash myself, I guess. Alright, this should be a good place to wrap things up again.
Poor Captain Thomas.
You know, I kind of feel bad for not doing much. I guess most of what I'm doing is just going around watching different cutscenes, but I suppose this is how the game starts. So, we finished the previous quest for Fortuna, and we're in the beginning of the next one, so it's a very good point to stop things and wrap it up. Alright, that's the end of the third episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked, make sure you go and watch the next one. I'll see you there. Goodbye, guys.